order, you're gonna have troops that's gonna be enforcers of that.
Okay.
They're gonna be trying to make sure you're in line.
Okay.
Yep.
You got your national ID. You got all your information up to date. You got your chip in your hand or in your head or whatever. You know.
That's the Gestapo.
Yeah.
You know, the secret police.
Yeah.
There's gonna be New World Order police, kind of like, cause and they'll be separated. Las Vegas, Henderson police.
Right.
What's the other one?
North Las Vegas.
North Las Vegas. No, they're gonna be all under one banner, all across the United States, man.
Trying to make it across the world, right?
Yeah.
And they're not going to
World
be as patient as they are with
Right.
Real aggressive.
people. You
Yeah,
know?
a nigga like that, they're gonna shoot that
Shoot
nigga,
him.
man.
So
And
they
leave
never
them
have to
there.
deal with it anymore.
Judge and jury. Exactly.
Executioner.
Moab got the shit now where they just have a robot come scoop up the body, and
Yeah,
that's
Chris-
it. So
they
they
got-
shoot that nigga, and they ain't got to pick him up.
What's that movie, Judge Dredd? He was basically the judge. The judge and the executioner right there, man.
Okay.
So these troops gonna be their own judges.
Then in China they got the coffins or cremations?
Cremation, mobile cremation.
Yeah, mobile cremations.
I was gonna bring up damn, what was it? Oh, that movie, that recent movie, Songbird. Was it Songbird?
Oh, with the phones?
Yeah, where they every so often you gotta scan yourself.
The virus.
See about the
Virus.
virus.
Yeah,
You gotta scan
Songbird.
yourself. And when you don't scan in time, they show up at your door.
Come to the crib.
Yeah. Showing you, and that was 19 when it happened. This is at 23 now, so they're talking about 23. So so now what? Right? Just showing you where this thing is leading to. They're gonna try to, because we already been told by these higher ups, I'll say, there's a worse one coming. Prepare, there's a worse one coming. There's a worse one coming. They keep saying this shit. Like, how you know?
I just read an article today where they're telling people to take their money off of PayPal, Venmo,
Cash App.
You know, because people are using it as like
Bank.
a bank
Yeah.
because it can get hacked, yada yada yada. So they're foreshadowing the EMP, a crash, where people are gonna, they ain't gonna hearken. They're just gonna keep doing what they're doing, and they're gonna lose their money because they want you to funnel all your money into the banks, really the four major banks.
Yeah.
So they're giving you this forewarning, but people are not gonna hearken until the shit happens.
There's a consolidation of the regional state banks.
Yep.
And they're gonna be the major banks. You know?
The four major banks, Wells, Citi, Chase, and Bank of America.
Yeah, credit freeze is coming, man.
Yeah.
I feel it, it's coming, man. Credit freeze basically means everything stops. No transactions going. Because this whole world's made up of transactions every second. So once that stops, it's gonna be complete pandemonium out there, man.
Yeah.
That means your Social Security for you niggas, the welfare shit, what's the SNAP benefits, all that. That stops. Hey, man.
And you don't realize how dependent Jake is on his system, this welfare system, the Section 8 system. That's nothing. It's been a trap. You know what I'm saying? From the jump, they said Jake, to get Jake conditioned to dependent on this devil. It says woe to them that go down to Egypt for help. That's our people, man. So that trap is going to come in the form of that MOTB and several other devices, but mainly that MOTB.
Yep.
You gonna say something, bro?
I was just gonna say real quick, speaking on that welfare system, they may stop that first and basically starve the people out, so to speak, from getting those benefits to make them more dependent, and it's gonna be that much easier.
Yeah. Because you look what happened during the pandemic. A lot of people were worried about their benefits. Were they gonna get them on time? Were they gonna come? But mainly, the main benefit people were worried about was unemployment. Because Esau threw an extra $600 in there, so you got the unemployment offices off the chain, off the hook. People calling. How much more this time? But like your brother said, Esau gonna make you niggas starve, man. He gonna starve you out for a little while to to like kind of like they did when Trump shut down the government, like in 2020.
Big.
They niggas
3
was,
weeks, bro.
niggas was,
Please, Mr. Trump.
3 weeks they was begging.
you know,
Those government, government employees.
yeah, they weren't paying TSAs. You know, was it? Well, that was something else in New York where they weren't picking up the garbage. But you're gonna have, you know, certain strikes like that also.
Yep.
I got one. So Rock 12 and 17, it says, if adversity come upon thee, thou shalt find him there first.
God.
And though he pretend to help thee, yet shall he undermine thee.
Yeah, Esau gonna create the situation. And he's gonna come in with a solution.
Yeah.
He's gonna pretend like he's helping you.
Yep.
You know, he's trying to save, you know, the world, so to speak. He has an alternative plan for you, which was already preconceived. It was already planned out, right? But now it's playing into his hands because the reaction is what they anticipate.
Exactly.
The laws is already
In
prescribed.
place. Yep.
All right, those unrighteous decrees, and now you're placed right where he wants you, right into that system, that pit, that snare, and now he can undermine you. Now he can use you.
Right in the trap.
You know.
And doesn't it say that in there when you was reading it? He will find a way to until he have need.
That's in another trap. That's in the
he would
previous
use
chapter.
me.
Yeah.
He would use
He's
me
gonna
when he
make
had
you
need
feel.
of me.
Yeah.
He's gonna make you feel like you got a choice.
Yeah.
You know, like, oh,
You really don't.
you don't. He's gonna, because eventually it's gonna be forced upon you.
Yeah.
You know,
And
like you
when-
kind of like the JAB.
I was just gonna say, and just like with the JAB, Bill and Melinda was like, hey, well, how they said it? They said, he said, oh, the same people that want to depopulate the world now are all of a sudden here to save the world. You want to depopulate with jabs, now they want to save the world with jabs. Do you trust that? Well, this is no different. He's only going to show up and make it seem like he's there to help you, because not everybody saw that TED Talk he said his agenda was on, but everybody else took his word for it when he was there showing up ready to go with all the leading research and mRNA technology to help everybody. And look, now Bayers is off the hook now. I mean, like the numbers are just astronomical.
They're now all of them. They, you know, they didn't make billions, so it's nothing to pay. Even if you could sue them, it's nothing for them to pay out $100 million in lawsuits. That ain't shit. And knowing how slick Esau is, they probably have insurance that may cover that shit. You know, under some type of law, loophole they done made. So, you know, we're living in a world where nothing is going to stick to Esau. You know.
Right. Nothing but the judgment of the Lord.
Right.
That's it.
Who's holding?
I just had the definition for undermine.
Oh, you can read it.
So just the definition for undermine, it says to lessen the effectiveness, power, or ability of, especially gradually or insidiously, right? Meaning subtly but very harmful. And you look up some similar words, it says to sabotage, to reduce, to damage, to cripple, to disable.
Oh man.
Take away the things that you're dependent on.
Yep.
Yep. Yeah. Isaiah 36:6.
God.
Lo, thou trustest in a staff of this broken reed on Egypt, whereon if a man lean, it will go into his hand and pierce it. So is Pharaoh, king of Egypt, to all that trust in him.
Yeah, you trust in this government and this system, man, and everybody that runs you, it's only gonna bite you in the ass. And going back into the details of it, they got things set up to just jack you up the whole time. How many times we gonna continue to use this same scripture, and the people not getting? How many levels can we use it and the people still not getting? Stop trusting in this place. The scripture tell you to depart from this place that is not your rest, but they're gonna lean on their help to get it to have rest, and what happens? You get hurt first. Bigger shit than you was in before you needed this help.
It's
But
hard.
we know you got it.
Like,
No, you got it.
but I was just saying, it's hard to tell somebody who already comfortable that this ain't your race.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's already chilling. Yeah. You can't chill here. Oh man, I'm chilling already.
Good.
Yeah, I'm good.
Jake think I'm good. You know. more do I need? You know, I got this, I got that, I got the job.
Hey, nobody was chilling harder than Jamie Foxx, man. Now look, I mean, I'm just using him as the example.
Yeah, yeah.
You know?
Nigga had Grammys, had Oscars. He
Yeah,
was
who would we know?
top actor.
Has been at
He
the
was a
top
triple
of
threat.
At the top of everything.
Yeah.
Hit records, hit movies, hit comedy shows, living a life.
Yeah,
And
Disney.
all of a sudden, yeah, voiceover. Oh, he did everything. And all of a sudden now, he's blind and paralyzed.
Judging, man.
Yeah.
In his mind, he probably wished he was better off dead. But the Most High is keeping that nigga alive, preserve him. You know, more than likely for a missile.
Hey, Esau got some chips. Get him walk again.
Hey, that can happen. That can definitely
He's a
happen.
great candidate for
Yeah,
that.
great candidate.
Yeah.
They gonna be in
Because
the
everybody
lab.
was watching. Now think how many people they giving that shit will believe in that thing.
You
Oh yeah.
You gonna come with his like it tells you in 2 Thessalonians. Even he who's coming is after the working of Satan with all power, signs, of lying wonders. So this nigga Jamie, like they got a picture of him, bed riddled and shit, eyes closed. He looked terrible.
Yeah.
Like, well, this nigga he about to die.
Frail
But
and
then
shit.
out of nowhere, this nigga making it. He on camera.
Playing piano. and
He's
shit.
sitting up. You know what I'm saying? Making jokes.
Yeah.
Showing the therapy. His eyes is open now.
Elon Musk might come see him.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Elon Musk in the room.
And then he gonna promote
Yep.
the mark.
And this
That'd be perfect.
Yeah,
That'd be perfect, man.
Yeah.
this shit could all be an act, man. We can't forget the dude is an actor.
Exactly.
Hey, we get Esau ideas.
You know?
Guys.
The dude is a fucking actor, bro.
God.
This thing could be an act.
God,
You
'cause,
know?
one thing that happened as well when he did that Disney Pixar movie, the character he did the voiceover
Felt
for
sick.
fell sick and went into a coma,
Uh-huh.
and same thing that he happened to be in.
And he know how to play blind.
Yeah.
Jake is the best actor, man.
That's where he got his Oscar.
Yeah.
Best actors, man.
That
You know?
new movie he got coming out though, I don't know the
So-
name of it. Something about Victor. No, I think it's in theaters. It's like it's funny because he got lepers, and he's basically like a devil worshiper. He's going into like the world of devil worshiping. With
What?
Yeah.
Oh, Jamie Foxx?
Yeah, Jamie Foxx. His experience is like he's with a detective or something.
Yeah, we don't feel sorry for that.
Strays
nigga.
is the one about the dogs,
Yeah.
I think.
We
Yeah.
don't feel sorry for him, man. You gotta
It's
judge.
not far fetched because, like the scriptures tell you, our people they overpass the deeds of the wicked.
Yep.
You know, there's no length of wickedness Jack will go. You know, they literally will sell out like that.
God.
Niggas will literally pray to Satan for him to play better in the movies.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And these celebrities, they already done made a covenant with death. They already chose this world. They already received their consolation. So it's nothing for them. Like if Esau uses them to deceive their own people, there's wicked niggas that are willing to do so.
Yeah.
It's all your favorite actors.
Huh.
I remember Morgan Freeman, like, for some reason people trust me. I
God
don't
is a
know
bully.
why. I don't know. What's the name of it?
Yeah, God is a bully, and he has lepers in that film too.
It's out now?
I think it comes out next week.
Next week.
God is a
Our
bully.
companion, right?
Yeah.
So
We're
you
not
can't-
ignorant of Satan's devices, man.
Trust. You can't even trust those Jakes, man.
Can't
Sure.
trust Jake.
So, whatever deal he got with Esau, hey man, he gonna pay for that.
Yep.
You know, the Lord got him. You
I mean,
know,
you saw during the pandemic, they was using Jake to deceive Jake during that whole situation. Juvenile, you know what I'm saying?
that girl that took the
Trina.
and on camera, the first blah blah blah, this and that.
Yeah.
Mariah with her.
Yeah. You had motherfuckers sitting down live on TV acting like they getting the jab, but they're using retractable needles and shit, pretending like they're really getting it. You know? All that deception. So these Satanists in Hollywood, whether they are people or not, Come on, man. These church pastors